For the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Jackson. Finds his man over the middle. It's Likely. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 58 yards.
Let's just call it as we just saw it right there. A breakdown defensively. Seems like no one went with the tight end, and no one really did. Had all sorts of space in the middle of the field. Yeah, everyone else was covered, but he was not. Big play results.
Touchdown! From 17 yards out. And the Ravens are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And the Ravens lead at 7-0.
Next the score, Ravens 7, Jets nothing. Justin
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Unable to corral him, he fights through. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Now Hall to start the drive. And he stopped immediately there. Tavius Robinson there on the tackle. 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Off the play fake. Travis. He'll find his rookie wideout from Ohio State here. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
It's a gain of 23 yards. Let's go. That's good for a Jets. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. And the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
And when you get into the divisional round of the playoffs, this is where having the ability to run the football is such an advantage. The defenses, they're generally going to be tougher the further you go along. So if you can get something established up front, it's going to give you a great chance to move on.
And he'll be taken down at the 34. 2nd and 9 now. This pass out wide to Hall. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 19. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Here's Allen. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Tyler Conklin from 17 yards out. And the Jets are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Hey, report! Report! Sit up!
Throwing is Jackson. And that going to be incomplete.
That shit,
Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. Just a
That's
gain of a couple,
bullshit,
good
bro.
enough to keep the drive rolling.
3rd and 2, right? So this is a situation where low man has got to win at the line of scrimmage, but it's not just the low man winning. It's the low man who's winning with some force, and they had that to pick up the first down.
Barely picking it up, but they did. They keep it with Henry on first down. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. 7-7, our score after 1.
Score time, 7-7.
Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up. Jackson. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down.
He certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defensive credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
To throw is Jackson.
that shit.
Force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Christian Gonzalez. And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line.
Boy, Brandon, that's what I'd call an ill-advised pass right there on 3rd down. I mean, you just need a yard or 2 to keep the drive going. Instead, he's trying to hit a home run. You've got to really like your chances if you're going to take a shot like that.
A give running right is Hall. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Looking to throw. Travis. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That's good for a first down. Here's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. Back to throw. Travis. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. 30-yard line, 2nd and 12. Off play action. Travis. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Got a man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Marvin Harrison Jr. 30 yards. And the Jets have taken the lead. Zerline good with a PAT. And that makes the score 14-7. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
2 minutes gone by, second quarter.
Hey, Alpha, sit up. Hey, Ozzy, sit up. Go. Sit up.
Throwing on second and long. Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. Here's Jackson to throw. And this one is incomplete.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
And they'll be set up with great field position as this is going to be touchdown right at the 40-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Travis. He dumps this one off here to Hall. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup of someone trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
Back to throw now on first down. Eluding the press. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Jackson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Jackson now. Forced out to his left. And he's going to go out of bounds. Gigantic loss. Kept retreating. Steps out. That goes down as a sack and a big loss of yardage.
So when the defense complains about having to do pursuit drills in the heat of training camp, plug in this play. Excellent pursuit. Force the quarterback out of the pocket. He ends up trying to run for it. Instead, he goes out of bounds and loses yardage. That goes down as a sack for the defense.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. He's going to air one out. That is incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. Give to Hall running right. just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Now 2nd and 9. Off the play fake. Travis. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Tyler Conklin. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Montez Sweat able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now it's Jackson. Flushed out right. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Here's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Now a timeout called with 3 seconds to go. And, of course, they're in field goal range in the final seconds of this first half. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Trey McBride as time expires in the first half. And the Ravens get a late touchdown here on the final play of the first half. You knew time was going to run out, so this had to be in the end zone, and somehow they were able to find a window and get it done.
Very easy for us to talk about up here.
And oh, it's blocked. And the Jets have got it. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he dives into the end zone and gets the 2 points. Now you figure with a veteran kicker out there, these extra points almost automatic, but this one turns into 2 points the other way.
And we both know it's hard to put it on him. I think there was a breakdown in the protection, but guess what? It does go against his record.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good...
And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Davante Adams, 72 yards. And the Jets come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Zerline good with a PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Jackson now throwing to start the drive. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Christian Gonzalez. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Well, NFL quarterbacks have learned the hard way. You're not going to get rich throwing against this guy. He's definitely too good. And this is now his second interception of the ball game. And if I'm running the offense, I've got to tell my guys, you've got to go work on the other corner.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's a give to Hall. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Off play action. Travis. Eluding the pressure right. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Ravens are going to get it back here just past the 35.
He'd been having a good day so far, but I think he got a little overzealous on that one. Still young in this league. Has to learn to try not to do too much on an individual play because, as we all know, sometimes less is more. And throwing away is preferable to making the big mistake.
Hey, report.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Able to shake him off. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it. Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. And they'll begin by running the option. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he's stopped in the backfield. That's Jermaine Johnson stopping that play before it begins, dropping it for a loss. Running from the gun with Henry. Now it looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves him with 7 yards to go on 3rd down.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. On 3rd down, Henry. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and that will force a turnover on downs. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Off the play fake, Travis. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field. I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Off play action, Travis. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
That's good for a Jets.
They'll run with Hall. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Breece Hall, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Jets continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and the lead is now 24. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
A first down carry for Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, second down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Final minute now of the third quarter. Throwing on second down, Jackson. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. Now, after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Able to convert on 3rd and 14, a terrific play call. Look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in the cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Play action. Now Jackson sliding out of the pocket. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Trey McBride, his second touchdown of the night. And the Ravens are able to cut into that deficit. They'll try and run it in with Henry. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield.
Ravens 19.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the fourth quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
Flush to his right. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
It's been a fun game for him so far, but I think he tried to do just a little too much that time. Give the defense a rare win on that snap.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And it's complete to Adams. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 37. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Operating from the gun, Travis. Open man here is Conklin. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. They'll look to throw again. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And now off to the races down the right side. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. From the 22, Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown. Chris Olave. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Tucker with the extra point, and that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Here we go on the return from the 1-yard line. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Throwing to start the drive. Jackson. And a quick throw here that's complete. And the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. A good start there on 1st down. They've got to have this drive.
No doubt about it. Down a couple of scores. They have to find a way to put it in the end zone. Chunk plays, explosive plays. That will be the key to this drive.
His pass caught at the 4. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal. Looking to throw. Jackson. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Trey McBride saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Ravens have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Jackson here is going to look to throw. And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And this has been a tight game to this point. Of course, they usually are at this juncture of the playoffs. But with the lead in the football, the clock right now their friend as they try to book their spot in the conference championship next Sunday. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Here's 2nd and 8. Flushed out right. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now Allen. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
Here we go, set.
And they'll try to run the option here. Oh, he shifts past him. The broken tackle, but couldn't create much space. Down just beyond the 35. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's 3rd and 7.
Trap 60, trap 60. Ready. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
Back to throw. Travis escaping the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. Boy, missed tackles continuing to plague this defense, and they surrender another big play and a touchdown here.
Yeah, by my count, at least 2 guys had shots at it, maybe even more than that. But this defense, they looked out of sorts all game long. That was definitely not one of their better efforts right there.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Ozzie, sit up. Sit up.
Throwing. Jackson. To Henry. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. Here's Jackson. That is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
You get into these 2-minute drill situations and you've often got tired legs on the offensive line. But these defenders, they've been rotating in and out, and they're a little bit fresher and quicker. And the pressure there forced the incompletion.
One last shot for Jackson. And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. And the Jets come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. So they stay alive in the NFL playoffs, move on to the conference championship. And do you think that the printing press is starting to get those T-shirts and hats ready, my friend?
They have to, Brandon. They have to be ready because if you win, you've got to hand those out on the field right away. And just think about the pressure for the players now. Families are going to be talking about tickets to the Super Bowl even before you play the conference championship game.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Jets as we say so long from MetLife Stadium.